I have a taser. And when I say this, people instantly assume that it is the generic stun gun that has the two prongs that when you turn it on, it sends, you know, a bajillion volts coming through the lines and into someone's body, and it hurts them and they say ow and they run away. That's what people assume when I tell them. And that's what I assumed when I was first introduced to this product called the Taser C2. But Taser is not necessarily synonymous with a stun gun. Taser is its own company, and they make this model the C2. It is their civilian model, and Taser made their flagship debut when they first came out with the M26 and X26 that you commonly see used by law enforcement, security, and the like. So when Taser came out with this product, they wanted to integrate the same technology, and that technology is when you have a cartridge, like so, that fits in the end of this taser, and upon arming the taser and turning it on, you press the button and it launches the cartridges along with 50,000 volts of electricity into the body of a would-be assailant. When that happens, the electricity travels down the copper wires through the prongs and into your body, making your muscles tense like so. And when all of the muscles in your body synonymously tense up, you really have no control. The only choice you have is to go where gravity takes you. And that's down. I got this product about a week and a half ago. And when I first got it, I showed the unbox and I shared it with all my viewers on YouTube. And that was just a general idea of what comes in the package, not necessarily what to expect when you use this and carry this on a daily basis. Well, maybe not necessarily use, but certainly carry. Comparatively speaking, this is not much larger than my phone. This is the standard Galaxy S3, and this is my Taser. It can fit comfortably in a pocket, but I actually don't. I carry it inside the waistband, and surprisingly, not in the holster that Taser included. In the gold package, you do get an ambidextrous holster, and it is well made. It is not flimsy in the slightest. It is a thumb release, and actually I'll just put the Taser in here to kind of show you guys what to expect. Also, before I do that, actually, I would like it known that it is completely ambidextrous if you have the Taser like so. So let's say you want to carry, strong side hip outside the waistband. You would, let's take that out. If you want to carry left side outside the waistband, you just go like this, and you put the thumb buckle on and good to go. But unfortunately, I must report that that buckle really does nothing because it comes out. Not easily, I might add. That was pretty tough to pull out. That's what she said. So this is really thick and it is a robust material, but it's just not something I'd want to everyday carry. And if I do carry this, it's not going to be outside the waistband. It's certainly going to be inside the waistband or inside my pocket. And that's why I drew over to this. This is a standard Uncle Mike's size 5 holster. It is rather large, I won't contest that, but it is the most comfortable carry option that I carry this strong side hip, and actually I'll roll a video or a picture of me or video here of me while I explain this. But I'll roll this in strong side hip about the 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock position. And it back to things, you can see that my thumb fits really well into where it needs to, right above the safety, fire control system on the back of the Taser. And that's when it's inside the holster and inside my waistband. So this is by far, in my opinion, the supreme way of carrying. Though I will admit that this size 5 Uncle Mike's holster is rather large. It was purchased for my full-size Glock. But here we have myself using it for my Taser and not so much my Glock. Also, like I compared earlier with my phone, it is not, and I do mean this, it is not huge, big, bulky, crazy, holy crap, I have this huge bulge in my, in my side. Actually, the complete opposite. I would challenge you to find a gun that is as comfortable to carry as this is. I've had a blast carrying this. It has been extremely unnoticeable and comfortable while I've had this. And might I also add that it's really a pleasure to just walk around freely and go into a place that says no guns allowed and walk and say, try robbing this place, because I would love to pump 50,000 volts and watch you drop on your face and then, subsequent actions. Good stuff. I know you guys don't want to hear me rant and talk and yipper yapper about this, but this is the review. I want you guys to know that this is a really enjoyable piece of kit. But onto the cool things. Now, when you see the law enforcement version of this, you think, oh wow, a light and a laser on that. That's the one I'm getting. Yes, if you want to spend $1,000, and I mean that the MSRP on Taser's website is just under $1,000 at $999. So you're going to expect to pay for this between $300 and $400, depending on what package you get. You can get the Taser just plain Jane itself, or you can go ahead and get the gold package, the platinum package, whatever package you want. Of course, I got the gold package, which came with 2 regular cartridges and 1 training cartridge, and the holster, and a silhouette target to practice on. But of course, when people see how cool the law enforcement version looks, they see this and they kind of laugh. And while I say, yeah, I guess it is pretty odd looking, it is just as formidable a contender as you would get from the law enforcement version. Pros and cons here. When you compare this to the X26, let's say you were carrying the X26 inside the waistband, which is, again, the law enforcement model. Okay, someone sees that, they are going to assume it's a gun. Okay, so no, unless it's, you know, a trained eye, maybe like myself or maybe like law enforcement, they are going to assume it's a gun. And once you get around teachers or kids and they're going to say, oh, you have a gun? You are fucked. Especially if it's in a place like a school, you're fucked. Okay, plain and simple. If I have this inside my waistband, specifically in this inside the waistband holster, and all you see is this, people might say, hey, what is that? Oh, it could be my insulin machine. Oh, it's my multi-tool. Oh, it's my cell phone. Yes, and then you pull this out and you kind of hold it to your ear. No, I'm kidding. But all jokes aside, this doesn't look like a gun, and that's why I bought it, because I want something that doesn't look like a gun. That's why I bought it. And it might not be as intimidating as the X26, but I guarantee you, it sucks just as bad as the X26. I also want to add that, in some respects, this guy is going to be more effective than a firearm. And you say, what? No, how can that possibly be? Well, let me explain. When someone's attacking you, okay, you are shooting them not necessarily to kill them, but to stop them from attacking you, right? And so when you shoot someone, I think a lot of people instantly assume, you know, when they hear that someone got shot, it's not like you shoot someone and they just drop. Okay, unless you shoot someone in the brain stem or the magical T, which is, you know, by their eyes down and then down their nose. Unless you shoot someone in the head, they're not going to drop instantly. I promise you. Maybe if you blow out their kneecaps with a shotgun, they'll crawl at you. But this is, a gun is not, shooting someone does not mean they are falling instantly, okay? You shoot someone with this, they are falling instantly. I fucking guarantee you, they are dropping instantly. And here now I have the blue test cartridge that came with it, and I did fire this not very long ago. As you can see here, this is one of the prongs that came out. It is slightly bent, and if you would like to see how that happened, I will be linking the test firing of this Taser at the end of this video. It was quite the experience, and long story short, this was the only prong to survive. The other prong got buried about ½ an inch in a wooden cabinet. So if people think that these can't penetrate clothes or the like, they are sadly mistaken. So on to the good part. Let's go ahead and take this out and show you guys what to expect. Now, this is a used cartridge. It is not reusable. And just kind of a quick dissectomy, I guess, of this cartridge. Here, let's just take it out. So when you look at this, you see 2 holes here. And that's where the prongs fit in, along with, you know, said attached wire. And they'll kind of hang out in there. Oh, sorry about that. And they'll kind of hang out in there along with a big compression, or a big amount of compressed nitrogen. And when you turn this Taser on, the electricity sent through the, I would assume, aluminum diodes here, sends the electrical charge into the cartridge, blows out the nitrogen, and when that happens, these prongs come shooting out, along with 15 feet of copper wire that successfully conducts the electricity into a would-be bad guy. and as I said before, he will drop. But how does this one work? So it's not it's not exactly like the taser that law enforcement uses. So the law enforcement version is slightly different than this one, and how it works is not identical to this one. The law enforcement version looks, like a gun, and it has a thumb safety. When you turn on the thumb safety, which is equivalent to the safety on this one, a light and laser comes on. And people see this and they immediately assume, oh, this doesn't have a, anything as cool as the police model. The police model has a light and a laser. Well, guess what? This one does too. Okay? So the second you pull the safety back, the device is engaged and it's ready to be used. And as you can see, we have a lovely button with Taser's logo, which I guess is synonymous with zap 'em. The green light means everything's good to go. And as soon as we press this button, now, how did I turn that off? Well, I just closed the safety lever. Now, when you've got this guy on, the light is sufficient. It's not going to light up a room, when it's broad daylight out like this. But at night, this light is completely adequate. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The laser is great. I've, had fun just seeing how far this guy will go. And the laser probably heads out easily to, 50 yards at least. The laser is just fine. This device was made not necessarily to use to dry stun like people assume with a regular stun gun. The device itself was actually made to shoot out the prongs and for you to drop it and run. Whoa, 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 but Sean, this is $350 of equipment. Why the hell would I leave this behind? Well, Taser actually advocates you do that, and let me explain how and why. Here's the cartridge. And along with it, once you fire it, comes confetti. Now, granted, we're not exactly throwing a party when we shoot someone, but there's little itty-bitty tight pieces of confetti. Again, you can see all of this in the video where I test fired this thing. And those confetti pieces are extremely small, and they have little RFID numbers, and those numbers match the serial number on the bottom of your taser. When you're shooting a bad guy with this thing, that confetti blows everywhere, if not all over him, but it's definitely on the ground. Now, when you press this button and you turn on the taser, one more time just for fun, because everyone likes turning on and shooting a taser. If I didn't just close the safety lever, this device would stay on for 30 seconds. So what Taser advocates you do is turn it on, drop it, get the hell out of there. Now, as I said before, they advocate this because they offer a free replacement program so long as you can provide proof of purchase and you've registered your product correctly. Now, how they do that is if when the police get there, which is what they advocate you do, tase someone, drop it, run, they stay on the ground for 30 seconds and get electrocuted while you haul ass and pull out your phone and call the police. When the police get there and they see the confetti and your taser isn't there, they fill out a police report, you get a copy of that police report, send it to Taser, and Taser will send you another product because they want you to be safe. Now, I can't speak personally as to how I'm going to go about tasing someone if the day ever comes. I don't know if I'm going to be tasing them and getting the hell out of there. I don't know if I'm just going to stand there with my phone out and call the cops and keep them there. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Everyone says, oh, well, I ain't running, I'm not backing down. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, and we'll just say that maybe I will, maybe I won't. Now, lastly, I just want to do an overview about the product and my impressions. Like I said, carrying this thing has been a complete blast. It is not intrusive, it stays in my waistband, and I've carried it everywhere. In fact, I just went to my brother's school today, and I had it, and I kind of snickered when I walked in, because I had something. I had something. Like I said, extremely impressed with the carry. It is extremely comfortable. It is not cheap plastic. It's not dollar store. It feels great, guys. It feels great. Okay, you've got the battery pack. The cartridges go here. Again, I don't have a cartridge in it yet. Or I do have some right here, but I took it out for the purpose of this review. If you have the money and you can afford it, I say get one. Maybe, well, I'm not going to say before you get a gun, but this is a great alternative to a gun. And I actually plan on buying one of these for my mom. I've tried extremely hard to get her into shooting. I took her shooting for the first time a few months ago, but I still don't think she's ready to carry a gun, and that's fine. I don't want my untrained mom to carry a gun in her purse because she's probably going to have the safety on, and if she ever had to use it, she'd pull it out, pull the trigger, and nothing would happen because she doesn't take guns seriously, and that's fine. She might actually take this seriously. And the fact that this is not a gun and probably more effective in some cases than a gun, I can't contest with that. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to have the link to me test firing this gun with the training cartridge right here. So please feel free to click on that. It's very entertaining and you're going to like how it ends. So thank you guys so much for watching and be safe out there.